Hello everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're well. So this morning I drew two cards from an oracle deck for this week's message, and I selected this deck, the Sacred Wild Oracle. I haven't used it for quite a while, and I remember vividly I got it from the author's website. She's based in England, in the southwest of England. I think it's Cornwall or Devon. And if you are interested to get this oracle deck, I left the link of the author's website down below in the description box. So let's have a look at the two cards. Very interesting. I think the message is loud and clear. The first card is called Living in the Flow. I'm going to read for you the text on the card. Don't forget to have faith and dance on the breeze. Be playful and free. Do you feel the winds of change? Give yourself permission to leap. This is very interesting because this energy, living in the flow, going with the flow, I've been feeling it especially since the beginning of this year. It's only February, but let's face it, energies generally in the collective and for some of us in our personal lives have been challenging. And the advice I would give you is to take one day at a time. One day you may be feeling on top of the world, the next you may be feeling discouraged, disillusioned about life in general or the world. And there is a clear message here, and I know for some of us it's not easy, is to find a balance when we can focus on what matters in life, or specifically for light workers and starseeds, to focus on our mission. And obviously, what's happening in the collective is, for some of us, especially empath and highly sensitive people, it's very difficult to experience and look at. But we are part of the collective consciousness of humanity. We can't ignore what's happening in the collective. Having our head in the sand doesn't help. We need to be aware of what's happening, but we need to work as well on the energy. And what I mean by that, we need to detach ourselves on an energy level, not to experience the chaos and the challenging energies in the collective. This is the key point here. And what I'm sensing from spirit, I know it's not easy, but ideally this is the situation we're at. Now, I got another message as well from this card when I did a meditation. I heard travel on. So I thought about it, okay, travel on, keep going, keep walking. And I heard, you're doing well, you're on track, you're on the right path. And I feel this encouraging message is so important from Spirit, because I know for a fact some of us can be in a place of desperation, asking ourselves as star seeds and light workers, what is the point? I've been trying to do something positive and the results are not coming fast enough. And some of us are in desperate situation. They're feeling lost and discouraged. And I think this message is a kind of encouraging, saying to us, don't give up now. We are needed. This is loud and clear. So go with the flow. Do your best to stay aligned and focused. This is the key. You're going to have bad days, like we all do. But the key here is, as soon as you feel you're not aligned, to do the necessary inner work to go back in a place where you can be more focused on what we need to do. Now, the second card is another, if I can call it classic, shine your light. And again, I'm going to read the message. Do not dim your light. Embrace every part of you, no matter what others may say. Be brave and have the courage to be different. Be you. This is such an important reminder, especially now where the collective is a kind of crossroads and pivotal time. We are needed. Now, before I go back to this message, again, I was shown an interesting image during my meditation connected to this card. I was shown a white cliff surrounded by a raging sea. I could see the waves crashing violently against the cliff, and suddenly I looked up and I saw this beautiful lighthouse on top on the actual cliff. And I understood immediately the message that Spirit was trying to convey to me. First of all, the raging sea is basically the collective, what the collective is experiencing right now, stormy kind of energies. Now, the lighthouse is basically a reminder that each of us is a beacon of light for the world. Of course, for the world at large, but looking around us for our family, friends, acquaintances, and local community. I know I've been personally experiencing this in my work since the beginning of the year. I'm more involved with my local community, and it is clear we need each other. We need to help each other and set aside our differences. So this is very interesting, those two messages. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to draw a few cards from the Light Seers Tarot. And as some of you who've been following me for a while, they quite often give me more information about the same kind of topic or confirmation. So let's see what Spirit wants to share with us today. Oops. Okay. They're jumpy. Okay. I'm going to start with 3. If I need more, I'll pull more. But very interesting. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, the first card is the Hermit card. How interesting. I mean, for some of us who've been on this path for quite a while, we know that when we feel disconnected from our high self or the divine and spirit, this is the way to get aligned again. Go back within. The Hermit is saying it's time to take a break. Soul searching, getting that inner guidance in order to feel more aligned and just reconnect to the light. When we are discouraged and disillusioned, this is a time where our connection with our higher self, spirit, the divine, is not that strong. So the Hermit is inviting us to do the necessary inner work, introspection, to get in a place where we align and able to focus on what we need to do. So it could be in our lives, in our personal lives, or generally, and I'm talking to the light workers and star seeds, need to focus on the work. we are supposed to do. So very interesting. Now the second card is the Six of Swords. Very interesting image here. There is a lot going on. If you remember in the image I had of the cliff and the raging sea, well, the water is raging here, okay? And the message from the Six of Swords, is a transition period, okay? And this is someone, obviously the lady there on the boat, leaving, if I can call it a chapter of her life, and moving forward to or towards a new chapter. But if you look at her, she looks quite, she looks quite sad. Why is she feeling sad? Because she's leaving a familiar territory and she's heading towards the unknown. And this is tough. And usually on the more traditional tarot deck, you could see the person on the boat is leaving rough waters and is moving towards smoother waters. Okay, so this is a time, as I say, it's transition where change can take place, healing, releasing all patterns as well, in order to head towards a better life. As you can see there, I hope you can see it actually on the picture. She's carrying a luggage. And to me, this is a representation of baggage, emotional and mental baggage she needs to release in order for her to be able to move to a new chapter of her life. So again, it's an encouraging kind of message from Spirit. It's a transition period. We are offered the opportunity to make the necessary changes to live a better life. And what is going to help us to do this? Well, basically, it's about going back within, soul searching, getting the inner guidance, getting aligned again, and to be in this position of being aligned to Spirit, to our higher self, and feeling more balanced. That's going to give us the strength and courage to move forward, to have the courage to release what no longer serves us and move forward to a place where we're going to live a better life. Beautiful. Now, the third card. This is very interesting. And to me, looking at the first two cards, it's flowing nicely. The messages are flowing nicely. We have the Temperance card. So the Temperance card is about balance, patience, and purpose. The energy of the Temperance is very much about mastery to me. It's someone who understands energy and knows how to balance different energies. This is very much someone as well who knows how to walk the middle path and try to understand situation from a different perspective. There is definitely an element of patience. You can't rush it. You need to take the time, like this process of going within and starting moving, changing a situation, moving away from a situation that no longer serves you. And there is a sense of purpose too, okay? Because I'm talking about mastery. I'm talking about someone who knows on how to work with energy. There is an element of being calm, although we may be in the middle of a challenging phase in our lives, is to be calm and just do whatever we can and do our best. And using our intuition as well is a key point here. So it's interesting looking at those three cards. I can see kind of three different phases here. Okay, so especially for people, as I said, feeling discouraged and disillusioned about life, they do realize change needs to take place. But the start of the change starts within, reconnecting to your higher self, to spirit, and doing some soul searching and looking for inner guidance to reconnect to the light. And that's going to give us the courage to make the necessary changes in our life, to move from, like the picture is showing it, rough waters to smoother waters, to live a better life. And by that, patience is going to be needed. Rebalancing on so many levels is going to be needed. And maybe looking at life, at situations from different perspective. So the next time you feel you're not in a good place, you feel discouraged, you feel lost, you feel disillusioned about life or the world in general, remember this. Go back to the basic. Go back within. It's time for introspection, soul searching, and you will have a clearer picture of what to do and how to act. But there is clearly an opportunity right now to make changes in our lives, clearing, healing, clearing. I'm talking releasing all patterns, all energies that no longer serve us. And this is going to help us to find this place of balance, of being centered and refocusing on what matters the most in our lives. So remember, travel on, you're doing well, you're on track. And remember to shine on. Thank you for watching, thank you for liking and sharing, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel to receive notifications on future videos. If you are interested to get a personal intuitive reading, please check my website. You'll find the link down below in the description box. So thank you again for watching. Take care. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.